Hey, what's up, everybody? We're down here at the superchargers on the Las Vegas Strip at Lazy Dogs down at Town Square. And we're going to do a little Sunday drive testing out FSD 12.5.2. First, we're going to head down to the New York from here, and then we'll probably head over to the Sphere. So let's get started. Okay, a little bit of a harsh left turn there in this parking lot. Looks like it got a little confused there in that section. We've got a left turn up ahead, but the car is deciding to uh, drive in the middle lane. Here we are coming up on the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. We also passed a speed reduction sign to 35, and it looks like that didn't really affect the behavior of the car. The car continued to go the speed as if it were in a 45. It started slowing down as soon as we approached this Bronco. Now it seems to be going at an appropriate speed for 35 on this road to continue with the flow of traffic. We still haven't received any new waves of FSD 12.5.3 or 12.5.2 since I received this version a few days ago. So it looks like they're still doing more validations. I'm not sure if there's going to be another patch release for either of these versions, or if they're still just doing more validation before doing a wider release. So we'll have to pay attention to that. We do have a left turn coming up on Tropicana soon. And so eventually we'll need to find a gap and make our way into this left lane. Perfect. That was perfectly smooth. We do have a right turn up ahead after this left turn, so we should stay in this rightmost left turn lane. And it looks like the car is handling that perfectly. And it looks like the car, this Jeep in front of us didn't realize this was a right turn only lane. And so they're kind of blocking us here. So we'll be stuck here for a bit until the light goes green. And they're moving now, so there we go. We should be able to proceed. It's taking a little bit longer. Looks like that car confused it. So I will have to take over here because we do want to turn right. Yeah, I'm not sure why that happened. It looks like the GPS might be a little bit off there, so that might have thrown it off too, as well as that lead car behaving that way. Okay, let's end our trip here. Take me to the sphere. All right, perfect. Okay, we got behind this cab. It looks like he'll be moving soon, but it would have been nice to stay in the left lane as we are not stopping here, we're moving through. We'll also need to be very cautious of pedestrians and other cabs merging in. Okay, this van should be moving soon. So I think we'll be waiting for them or this car in front of us. The car in front of us is going, but the car is still not moving. And now the van's moving, so the car is moving. So we could have moved a lot sooner there. But it looked like it was waiting for both vehicles to clear out first. I didn't touch anything there. I had got my foot ready on the accelerator because we did have a taxi behind us. But I saw both cars starting to move, so I waited to see what the car would do. We're doing a full stop here. And then we need to stay in this right lane as it's the straight lane. We have pedestrians crossing. The car did a really good job handling all that in that intersection. That was really good. Now we're in front of the T-Mobile Arena and we'll be going right and heading back to Las Vegas Boulevard. This is another area that doesn't have a ton of vehicle traffic, but it does have pedestrian traffic that we'll need to keep an eye out for. You have people crossing here, so we'll need to slow down. Okay, it needs to pick a lane. It's picking the rightmost left turn lane. I really like the lane selection here, getting over to the right as soon as possible. We have some cones off to the right, but we do need to prepare for this right turn onto Harmon. Okay, we need to get into the right turn lane here. It's a little late getting over, but it did make it over. Not too long ago, this was closed off, so I don't know if that had any influence on why it was taking so long for that decision. As soon as this clears after this vehicle, we should be able to proceed. Looks like I got a notification that my hat obscured the driver monitoring, so I lifted it a little bit. Hopefully it comes back soon. We're drifting a little bit to the left side here, but it corrected. Okay, the car was wiggling in between the left and right turn lanes. We had a vehicle approaching in the leftmost left turn lane. So that probably does not make it comfortable for them. I haven't seen that in a while, actually, on 12.5, so I'm not sure what made it do that. We do have a right turn coming up ahead after this left turn. It's not immediate, but it is fairly close. So its initial decision for this rightmost left turn lane was correct. It could have just stayed there. We got a guy acting weird in the corner, so the car kind of slowed to see what he's going to do. Okay, if this vehicle, this BMW to the right, starts moving in, the car will let them. If they don't move at all, I don't think the car is going to let them merge into the lane. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. They didn't start proceeding, so we're just moving up ahead. Okay, looks like the car is wanting to get into the left turn lane. I don't know why it put that blinker on. Maybe because it saw so many vehicles start merging left. That's another weird behavior. And here we are at the sphere. It's pretty empty here, so we won't have much. We won't have many interactions here. So I'll go ahead and end the trip, and then we'll set our next destination, which will be the Wynn Hotel. Take me to the Wynn Hotel. Okay, it's got us doing a U-turn, and we're correctly going around this vehicle. Sorry, I keep getting beeped at. I'm trying to look at our navigation as well. So I did want to have us go into this front entrance. So let me end this trip, and we'll set that as our destination. And it looks like I got a strike for not paying attention as I was trying to set that destination. So we'll go ahead and pull over and set the car into park, and then see if we can get this going back again. So it's a good example of how strict the autopilot. You can see here, auto steer, full self-driving supervised will no longer operate after 4 more autopilot strikeouts. So those get cleared every once in a while. This is my first one I've had in probably over a year, but because this driver monitoring is new, yeah, caught me off guard there as I was trying to set that destination. So let's see if we can get it back in without having to get out of the car. And it looks like it's available. So we'll go ahead and engage and proceed. This is a really good example showing you how safe the vehicle is if you're not paying attention to the road. Okay, we're coned off here, so we can make this right turn without it being clear. I might get honked at if I don't move soon. It looks like the car should go now. I'm gonna go ahead and tap the accelerator and take over because it was not pulling into this lane. It was trying to go out of those cones. Vehicle not following coned off right turn lane. Okay, now we've got a U-turn here. It's done U-turns here before, so I'm comfortable with it doing it, and it perfectly handled that. Slowing down and a little bit of a jerky wheel here for the section. I'm not sure what caused that. There are 0 vehicles around us. Okay, we should just go ahead and proceed in this right turn lane. So a little bit of hesitancy when there is plenty of space there. And we can turn right on red here, but we do have a green light now, so we should just proceed. We've got a right turn into the Wynn Hotel here, so we'll have to watch for people crossing the crosswalk and wait for it to clear. Looks like we should be able to go now, and the car does. So I handled that really well. Take me to Circus Circus. Okay, I'm gonna take over here. We're starting to pull over to the right into the valet. So I'm letting the navigation, pulling over into valet instead of going straight. Okay, I'm re-engaged here. We should go around this vehicle as soon as it clears or progress behind them. Very good. Cautiously past that car as a person was entering it. Okay, we probably could have proceeded through that yellow light, but it did not. It looks like we can do a right turn on red here. We've got cars turning left, so No pedestrians crossing, it's perfectly safe, but got really stalled up there even though it was perfectly clear. So I'm not sure what made it completely stop in the middle of that turn. If you saw anything, please let me know in the comments. Okay, so there's a turn in here for the Circus Circus. And it says no U-turns, but the navigation has us doing a U-turn here. So I'll watch this. If the car starts to do a U-turn, I will take over and make it do a left turn. Yep. So it started to do a U-turn. And so I took over and pulled us through into the entrance here. Let's end this trip. Take me to Fremont Street experience. Okay, let's see what options we got here. That's pretty good. I will use this route. The car was being cautious around that pedestrian. A little bit too much acceleration there. Then correcting and slowing down. Okay, slamming on the brakes there as the car was starting to proceed. And then now it's not moving during the green, and then finally proceeded. So that was very uncomfortable. It looks like Delamain might be in a little bit of a mood today. So I'm not sure if there were any back-end changes for FSD 12.5.2, but definitely noticing a few regressions here on this day drive today. And also, this is our first day drive on the strip with this version, so it might be the differences between how it behaves during daylight versus nighttime. got a blinking crosswalk sign here. Doesn't look like anybody near it, so the car can proceed without slowing down, and it handled that perfectly. All right, we've got a green light, and then we have somebody crossing, so we'll need for it to clear before we proceed. Smoothly handled. Okay, that was really good. We got a green light as somebody was running the left turn red, and the car waited for them to go ahead and clear the intersection before proceeding. Okay, this is where I hit the curb last time. This time did not hit the median. So yeah, that was an improvement. Last time I hit the median there, that was during nighttime. This is daytime, so I'm not sure if that had any factor or if the lead car had any help. We've got somebody putting other hazards on and pulling over into the bike lane here. So the car handled that really well. All right, we're coming up on our destination, Fremont Street on the right. And I think I'll set a destination for heading back to my area of town now. And as soon as we get up on the freeway, I'll go ahead and end this video. Take me to the Aliante. Looks like I can get some city streets, so we'll carry this for a while and see how well it does. Alright, looks like the car got confused there on that yellow light, kind of pushed it a little long. We actually had another vehicle behind us that went through as well, so that one is probably on the 50-50 whether or not it was able to get into that intersection before the red. I'll have to watch that back. I did a really good job merging onto the highway, and there you go. I guess we'll go ahead and call this video. We had a couple disengagements for a few things. The first one was at the New York. Looks like it got tripped up by a vehicle in the front trying to immediately get out of a right turn lane, as well as it looked like the navigation was a little bit off. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it as well, but the car was trying to get out of the right turn lane when we did have a right turn up ahead. So I did need to take over there. The next one, I believe, was at the Sphere. And for that one, it was a strikeout that was due to myself trying to adjust the navigation for the Wynn Hotel and getting caught for not looking at the road long enough. So we did get to see one positive out of there. We did get to see exactly how the strikeout process works and how it disables FSD for the rest of the trip. So you'll need to pull over and put the vehicle in park before being able to use FSD again. Then we did have another disengagement for pulling into the Circus Circus. Now that one's kind of on both sides. The navigation had us doing a U-turn, which the car was going to do perfectly fine. The only issue was that lane had a sign that said U-turns were not allowed. So we, well, I'm watching the car right now. We need to get into the left turn lane. Okay. So I did have to take over. The car should be able to see, to eventually be able to visualize that U-turns are not allowed, and then correct itself and go ahead and just make that left turn. So that was another takeover right there. And we saw a few other like weird regressive behaviors, such as that we were making a right turn behind a semi-truck on a green light, and the truck was going slow, but our vehicle started to proceed kind of towards the rear of the truck, and then hit the brakes real quick, kind of stopped us in the intersection on a right turn. And I think there's a few other things that we did see. So a few regressions on this trip. Delamain had a little bit of a mood, but that is, that could be a reason why we haven't seen this version roll out to more vehicles right now. Maybe other people have been experiencing these things, and it's just some polishing they need to do for this version. But yeah, that was FSD 12.5.2 on the Las Vegas Strip, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.